Hello everyone, I am the Aries. Yes, it has been some time since I've made a video. What have I been up to? Not enough if you ask me. Well, helping on a micro scale. Over on Reddit. Nothing big, nothing groundbreaking, nothing worldwide. At least not from a 3D perspective. Spiritually speaking, my energies are all over this world. Oh, I'm going to have to make this a short video. This phone is just not too good. Battery drains really fast. So, I'll try to be brief. But we know how that goes with me sometimes. What's going on in the world? What's not going on in the world? New president. Not a good person. Money worshiper. Someone who has more in common with the devil. I mean, not Bible devil energy. He has an abundance of it. And you can just see how he talks to people, how he talks about people, what he's doing. For some odd reason, the American people bought into this bullshit. Well, some people bought into it. Why? They were worried about their money. They were worried about their gas prices. Some of it did it because of race. Some of them did it because Trump's opponent was a woman. And I've heard that from quite a few people. Oh, I'm never going to vote for a woman. Which is just kind of stupid to me. I mean, you look at the world, look at the state of the world in. It's not because of women. Look at the majority of wars. Women didn't start them. But yet and still, some people want to sit there and say, oh, I'm not going to vote for a woman. Oh, she's too emotional or whatever. Bullshit. And the bad thing is, it's not just misogynistic men saying this. It's clueless women too. I mean, in all honesty, women would have a lot more power in this world if not for other women. How did Madeleine Albright say it? There's a special place reserved in hell for women who don't support other women. Something like that. Now, I'm not going that far. You know, I mean, hell on earth, might as well, hell is earth. Because that's what we're making it. With our own bullshit. So anyway, Trump, not a good person. He's sitting here, he's destroying this country. Everything he's doing is designed to hurt America. How people don't see this, even when he says, oh, I'm going to invade Canada, or I want to take over Canada, or I want to take back the Panama Canal, or I want to get Greenland. I'm not going to rule out force. Our allies. And what does this do? It destabilizes. Even if you sit there and say, oh, he's not being serious. Well, what he's doing is destabilizing the world. Because you do have other autocrats in this world. Vladimir Putin, Viktor Orban, Kim Jong-un. And, well, he hasn't transgressed just yet. But Xi Jinping. Now, if he goes in Taiwan, he's going to get the hammer. Speaking of the hammer, I said, in a previous video, I'm not sure which one it was, and I'm afraid I can't help you because my video titles are not the best. Anyway, I spoke about a hammer, a shield, and a sword. swords in Russia. With this war that Putin has going on with Ukraine. Hammer's over there above X's head. The hammer of Damocles, so to speak. It will fall if he goes into Taiwan. Now, I also spoke about the shield that was over America, the divine shield. I said it would be gone if Trump got in power. And look at what's happening in America now. America is not divinely protected. The divine's not going to take free will away from anyone. But you can't expect the divine to intervene on your behalf if you are an authoritarian. Authoritarian, because authoritarianism has a price. I've said that quite often. And now, a few years back, I spoke about a dream I had. Again, I'm not sure which video it was, but it is on a video. I spoke about it. The dream was, it was me in a laser powered, laser guns, whatever, on a walker, which does make sense if you knew who I was. Well, oh, by the way, I'm the son. So it does kind of make sense, but I'm over here fighting battles in what looked like Washington, D.C. The other light workers, they were just lounging around, not doing anything. And I'm sitting here like, hey, we need to fight. Now, at the end of the dream, I said something about corporations. I didn't know what they were up to, but they were making a new plan. Now, if you see what's going on, this is on video a few years back. I'm not sure. I want to say 3, maybe 4 years, towards the beginning of my awakening. But anyway, corporations, they were up to some kind of plan. And I urge you to go look for that video because it's been a while. I can't really remember, but corporations were up to no good. And if you see in this election what's been going on in the news, and what's been going on in the news lately, the CEO of some insurance company, he got murdered, and the people do not care. Why? Because people are fed up with the bullshit that's going on. People are tired of it. And it's all because of some greedy corporation. And these corporations, they're influencing the government. Look at Elon Musk. Just look how he's empowered this bullshit hatred in this world with his purchase of Twitter. He's stifling free speech, even though he's claiming he's not. And that's the problem with a lot of these people. A lot of people in power. They sit there and blame everyone else for the things they're doing. They sit there and talk about a deep state. Well, they are the deep state. And Trump is just, like I said, well, you don't even have to take my word for it. Just look at what's going on in the world. And to those in the future, you've already seen what's gone on in this time frame. One of the things I'd like to do, one of the things I understand is I'm talking to people in the future. In the here and now, who knows who might hear what I'm saying? You know, I had to be realistic. But that's okay. I'm just here as a chronicler. For those in the future, for those watching this video in the future. Hello, by the way, from the past. Anyway. Oh, geez, that hello just lost my train of thought. Well, corporations, they're soulless entities designed nothing for except for the acquisition of wealth. That's it. No matter what, no matter who's harmed, no matter who's suffering, all they exist is for wealth. They don't they don't go to jail for their crimes. A corporation isn't going to get murdered. Maybe the CEO who works for one will, but the corporation itself, that entity, that soulless entity, they get away with all kinds of bullshit. How many people are dead because of greedy corporations? How many people have been denied health care by some soulless corporation? And because of greedy humans, they've been allowed, through Citizens United court case, Supreme Court case, that allowed corporations to act as if they were people, giving money to candidates, bribing candidates. And it's all coming to a head. Well, it maybe already did come to a head with Trump's election, because I told you all, the divine seal is gone if he gets in power. Look what's going on in this country. Look how unstable the world is now. Because of foolish American people, and they were foolish, wanted to be racist, wanted to be misogynistic, wanted to be homophobic, blaming trans people for everything. Understand this. Everyone has masculine and feminine energies, regardless of gender. Everyone has a unique energetic blend of both these energies, in spirit and in body. Four of Pentacles and the Strength card fell out. Trans people represent this principle more so probably than anyone else. And if you don't think they're going to be protected by the divine, you're out of your minds. Now, I know people sit there and say, well, people today will sit there and say, well, how can you sit there and say they're being protected? You have all this bullshit going on. You have them being murdered. You have them being scapegoated. You have them being blamed for everything. Well, divine timing. You know, things have to break before you can fix them, and sometimes some broken things have to be thrown away. So things are going to get a little bit worse before they get better. It's always darkest before the dawn. But Seven of Pentacles. But things will get better. It's important not to lose hope. It's important not to lose faith. All these people sitting there talking about God, this, God, that. All these so-called Christians in this country who voted for Trump, who sat there and put that mark of the beast, MAGA, upon their foreheads and their hats, they've got a reckoning coming. Now, unfortunately, the rest of us will have to pay the price along with them, but divine will make a way somehow. And hopefully those people who voted for Trump come to their senses, realize what they've done, and change their ways. Also, hopefully those people who sat on their asses and didn't go out and vote at all, realized, hey, you don't sit there and put the better choice in, then you're going to get the worst choice. Because I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. I've been both. I voted for both. But these Republicans in this age, no. The MAGA worship, the Trump worship, no. And you're going to see a lot of bullshit go on before things get better. I can't say what went on to those in the future. I can't say what was going to happen, but I know things are probably going to get worse, but I know they'll get better. I know you're watching from a better place. Oh, look. The devil makes an appearance. It will take strength to get past this. It will take people fighting this devil. This Trump worship. He's placing magic upon people. Why do you think he puts his words in caps? Essentially, he's putting power into his words. He's manipulating energies. Whether he's doing this consciously or not, I do not know. But if he is, then it just says that there's someone behind his strings, because he's not that bright. Someone is in his ear. Someone who has spiritual knowledge. Eight of Swords. Something has to be done. I don't know what course of action humans are going to take, but something has to be done. This election imperils the world. Now, I know a lot of spiritual people don't like talking about this kind of stuff, but who cares what they think? Who cares what they want? They're sitting here talking about twin flame this, twin flame that, blah, blah, blah. Will he come back? Does he love me? Blah, 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 blah. Said it doesn't matter. They are sidetracking everyone else in this world, and everyone else should be coming together because we want to change the world for the better. We want to bring in the new earth. But that's not happening with the twin flame readers. The will he or won't he. That kind of... Now, that's just in terms of tarot, of course. Other spiritual people sitting here running their mouths about whatever else. You know, it's like... I'm on Reddit, and one of the things is... Now, I was speaking about Mark Robson. Well, I'm not going to go upon him. Calm down, Aries. I'm not going to talk about him specifically. You can all read what kind of person he was. He was trying to go for the governorship in North Carolina. Just a hateful person. The energy of hate just oozes off of him. Now, he failed. Of course, his master, Trump, won. Wonder why that was. Oh, let's see. Trump's white guy, Mark Robson, black guy. I guess... Well, I don't know. There's an element to race as to why Trump's in power. An element of racism. And I don't mind sitting here saying that. Other spiritual people, they want to shy away from subjects like politics. You know, in Reddit, somebody sat there and banned me. Well, lied on me, got me banned. I did appeal a decision and actually won. But in the whole spiritual community, you don't see people talking about important things. You don't see them talking about justice. Now, that's not all. That's most of them. Shout out to Flowers from Telling Stewart. She's the only person, well, I don't want to say only, the only one I can think of at the moment who actually spoke about something important. So, go check her out. Well, to those in the future, make sure you check out what she had to say about things. So, I've got this stance. I'm all about justice. Most people, most spiritual people aren't really about justice at all. So, obviously, I don't get along with too many of them. I mean, I get along with people, but not in the collaboration sense. Just on two different wavelengths. I am not interested in the things they're talking about at all. My whole cause is justice. But I'm not making this video to gripe. I want to give some people, well, people in the future, I want to let them know what was going on in the past. And honestly, there's just something up with people. Bullshit. You see where their heads are at. They don't care about one another. They only worship that money. That greed, that power. Trump is bringing out the worst in people. And they can't see it. Or don't want to see it. I mean, it's not like everyone in this time frame is blind to what's going on. But too many people are. What will be done about it tomorrow? I don't know. What will be done about it 100 years from now? A lot. The star. Things will heal. Things will get better. But it will take time. The world. It will be a better world. Oh, now I'm rambling. Let's see. Oh, as I mentioned, this phone is about to go. Well, I need to use this phone tomorrow. I can't have a dead battery. So, can I get one card to go out on? Oh, the Ten of Wands. Well, yes, it. Oh, and under the bottom of the deck, the Eight of Wands. Well, I guess I'm sending the message. Bad times, but the world will heal eventually in time. But we have to get rid of this devil. Not only in Trump, but in the way we think, the way we act towards other people. We'll get there. Well, in the future, you've gotten there. My present, people are people. You know, you love people, but that doesn't mean you have to excuse them. Doesn't mean you have to even like them. Because I don't like a lot of these people. I do not like Trump. I do not like the kind of people who sit there and support Trump. Because I've heard what they talk, how they talk about people. I've seen how they treat people. I look at what they're talking about. I look at what they're doing. Why in the world you want to sit there and go and take over Greenland, antagonize our allies, destabilize the world? I've said before, there's a price for imperialism. Now, I was speaking about Xi and Putin when I said this, but that goes for America as well. Remember, the show's gone. The world. Till next time, everyone, and I don't know when it'll be, I am the Aries.